What you're about to hear could be the most important podcast ever created. But probably not. Welcome. It's the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Love, exciting and new.
I'll add to that.
Come.
Oh.
Add to what?
What will you add? He's singing the theme to the Love Boat.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
What are you going to add?
Okay.
But by all means.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
no, no, this
I'm
is
going to
good. Please
start
add.
it again.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to
Jenny's going to
start
add
it
to
again,
it.
and Jenny's going to continue.
Okay.
All right. Here we go, Jenny. It's all you after I finish my line. Love, exciting and new.
Hard but true.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Lovers are new.
Well, you did add to it. You did.
I didn't know that you were singing. I thought you were making up a song, and I just wanted to get in on
I
it.
just loved it. Rather than singing, though, you wanted to announce to everybody, but hang on.
Yeah, I'll add.
I'm going to add to this. I will make it better.
But Jenny always has my back.
I do.
For all these years.
It's
When I
true.
start singing, she sings
I'm
along
right
to
there.
whatever
She
it is.
just sings.
Even if it's
she
one
doesn't
note.
usually
For
stop
better, for
and
worse.
announce what she's going to do.
Oh, Rush, stop being such a...
silly head.
See, that was good because you just jumped in.
You
didn't
just jumped
say,
in.
I'll
Exactly.
add to that.
I am going to sing now. I mean, I guess it's nice that you told us what you were going to
Yeah.
do.
Right? Yeah, we're
Yeah.
prepared.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you and your singing, and knowing the words to the Love Boat theme. Who knew? You know?
He knew 3 words.
I could go beyond that one line.
Can you?
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you and
Oh,
love.
God, I hate
See,
this.
I did it.
Won't hurt anymore.
There it is. It's infection.
It is. It is.
He's also the world's biggest Love Boat fan.
Well, you're not wrong.
Sorry, he's the world's last surviving Love Boat fan. My bad.
All right, lots of love on the podcast. Let's go.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Every now and then, stupidity can accidentally lead to genius, I guess. A 25-year-old man in Tennessee named Mark Cowart was busted last week for, how do I say this?
What?
Enjoying himself
Oh,
in public.
okay.
Like having cake?
Oh.
No,
I like
no,
cake.
enjoying something else.
What?
What?
He was enjoying
Like a
himself
steak?
at the Vanderbilt
steak.
University Divinity Library.
He was eating at a library?
No, he was enjoying himself. If you
What
know
was
I
he
mean.
doing?
Well, I don't
Looking at a
wanna-
slideshow from his youth?
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah,
Nailed
that's
it.
really
Memory.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was, did he have to turn off the lights in the library and people didn't like it?
Well, someone saw him watching, some stuff.
Yeah.
And called the cops. When they arrived, Mark was caught in the act. He wasn't even being covert about it. An officer tried to pull his hand away to cuff him, but Mark was able to.
Oh, man.
But get this, he was able to slip away because he had lube on his hand.
No.
So he was caught red-handed, but he was able to escape because his hands were also well lubricated.
Uh-huh.
They finally arrested him, and he admitted to it. He was also probably high on something. Officers found an M&M's tube near the computer, which had a glass pipe and tobacco
well,
inside.
there you go. That
So
kinda
he was
makes more
charged with
sense.
public indecency, resisting arrest, and trespassing.
I feel like that.
Good for him for admitting it, but I don't know that that was necessary.
Right.
What part?
The admitting, yeah. I think people knew what was going on, but
Yeah,
okay.
but I just imagine and he's getting out of the cuffs, and they try to grab him, and he slips
Oh,
away
I think
again.
you meant what he was watching. He was like, oh.
We don't know what he's into.
He likes the circus.
Sure, why not? I hope that cop gets an extra vacation day or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, that's a lot. That's
I mean, they also witnessed murders.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is actually kind of a fun day.
Yeah, exactly. What a
I
story.
guess, yeah, you do have the story. That's,
Yeah.
that's definitely one at the bar later in the week. You're telling the fellas.
The lube story.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. How do I approach? I'm at Jenny territory now. How do I say this? Depends on at what point the guy was doing stuff. Like when I'm as a cop jumping in on that.
I don't
Yeah, you
think
want to
it
get it
matters.
early. You
Well,
don't,
yeah, that's
you
what
don't
I
want to
mean.
wait.
But you don't know, really.
Well, I feel like he's not going to be able to get anywhere that he needs
maybe
to.
that's what he was
Yeah.
waiting for. Maybe that's what he wants.
Maybe
yeah,
he
that's
likes
what
that.
I mean.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
just
the
about before he
chase.
gets
Yeah, that's
he
a
gets
part of it.
arrested,
Yeah.
then
Right.
ta-da! And then I'm like, no, I'll be over here.
Well, yeah, but you don't. That's the other, you can't just stand there and wait till he's done.
Yeah,
you could.
well,
Well, but then
Oh, you don't want to do that.
you don't want to
though.
do that because I mean you've got a
But you
library
also
full of
don't-
people and you're just standing there watching.
Yeah,
That's
but
weird.
You don't want it to happen mid-arrest,
right.
Well, then, but I mean, I think
especially when you had your shoes just
I
bumped
get
and-
that. Yeah.
Is that why you do just let him?
You can't wait.
No, you can't
You
wait.
can't
No.
stand there and wait
Yeah.
because then you're just standing there watching him.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
You can turn around.
That's not better.
No.
You've got a library full of people that you're sworn to protect.
Well,
you can't
no,
do
first
that.
of all, you're not like standing in the middle of the library.
No.
A lot of stakeouts, you're being watched all the time by cops,
But
and so
this is not a stakeout.
Well-
This is them walking in, seeing what's going on, and then letting it continue. You can't do that because you got your shoes done.
There's a cop doing that thing where you like remove one book so you can see through.
Yeah.
And he's watching
that,
this
that's
guy.
what you should do.
no, absolutely not. You don't do that. No.
Pretending to read.
I can't. Then you look like the creepy cop that's into it.
Yeah, but then
you can't do
okay,
that.
No.
Look, I don't
No.
realize. Like, oh,
Okay.
I'm so sorry, but then
Yeah.
you go over as the cop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you go, okay, you're coming with me,
Oh, don't say that. No.
or you're sorry,
Yeah.
you're being arrested. Okay, let's say you're being arrested,
Yeah.
and then you grab the guy by the shoulder, and away he goes,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
Woo.
now you're this guy is like other people are trying to read their books. And
Yep.
it's just
Oh, who's using that computer next with lube everywhere?
Yeah, that's
Have you
the
ever tried to
issue.
get?
point.
Imagine it'd be like trying to get
lube
anything
is-
off
no,
of.
lube is the least you're
Yeah,
worried.
yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, as the library tech, I don't think so.
No,
No,
I think it
it's-
could be worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be worse.
Okay, so let's take this guy. So this guy gets arrested eventually after slipping out of the handcuffs. Okay, so he's gone. You're the library technician who has
Yeah.
to sit there and go, "That's the lube computer."
Yeah.
You would imagine that there's lube
Hang
everywhere.
on. I'm not calling it the lube computer.
I
I
am.
think
Again,
you are.
lube isn't the issue here.
I think it. I
No.
think
Sounds like it was really caked on.
No,
like,
you
it
see-
sounds like-
exactly.
Lube number 2 on the list,
Yeah,
guys.
agreed.
yeah,
Yes.
I know what you're saying, but it's also.
Lube is the least of my concerns.
But that's the. But
That's
I
a
just,
concern.
yeah,
Yeah.
if
It's
it's
definitely a
there,
concern.
Sure.
But I mean, really, it's more likely that lube is everywhere, is what I'm saying.
Then the other thing, yeah.
Yes. I
Why?
mean,
How long
Why?
has he been there?
Well,
I mean,
How old is he?
Yeah, it all depends.
When was the last time he was at the computer?
Sure. There's a lot of issues.
so many variables.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's what ranks number 1,
Yeah.
Jenny.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, it ranks number 1, but as far as the difficulty of cleanup goes, the lube is really hard to get off.
How do you know this?
Well, it's like anything that's got a silicone base or whatever the base is in that, right?
think most
like
lubes are
imagine-
water-based.
Water-based,
Yeah.
but still imagine, like, you know when you get like oil or butter on your hands? You ever
What
had
are
that
you-
happen?
what
Like
when
you
I'm
ever,
doing that?
you ever lubed up a turkey?
wow, not particularly.
Sorry, dude.
I've buttered up a turkey
That's
before.
what I mean, but you're sort of, it's the same idea, right? Is what I'm
Sort,
trying
yeah,
to say. So
yeah.
like, so you get butter all over your hands and you're rubbing the turkey. And then you have to wash your, do you know how many times it takes to wash your hands with soap to get the,
Once.
Maybe my butter's better than yours. I don't know because I
got
can't.
some good butter.
You know
it
what
takes
it
me
is?
a while
I
to
can't.
get it off.
Lube is
You're
water
rubbing-
based, so no, that's not really an issue. It's not like if you're using butter, that's a problem.
No, but I feel
I know
like
what you mean,
lube-
though.
Yeah,
And I think I think you throw at the keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the
Yeah.
easiest move.
Yeah.
Keyboards aren't that expensive.
No, exactly. and it's a library. They probably have a whole bunch of them.
No, I think the libraries are underfunded, and I
Yeah.
don't think you can
that's
just throw
true,
at a
too.
keyboard.
Oh.
No, you're
man.
right, actually. So you are working. You're going to have to really
In
wash
between
it.
each key.
Yes.
Oh,
Get those
God.
keys cleaned, and no,
But that'll forever be the
lube
lube
computer.
keyboard. For
You know what?
example,
Honestly, I bet you they didn't even clean it. I bet you they just left it.
No.
I bet you they did.
No.
You know,
No,
again, it's a
no.
water-based thing. It's just going to dry, and they're going to be
No,
like, maybe
you know
they'll
where
wipe it
it's
down with a
been.
Lysol wipe and be done with
No,
it. But
Jenny's right
they're
though.
not.
That
I
will
agree.
forever
Yeah.
be the lube keyboard.
Yes.
For example, where I play hockey, there's like 5 showers in like the locker room area, and at one time,
Careful.
one of them, someone pulled a Jenny in one of them.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
no.
That's
that
not a
happened. Yeah,
thing.
defecated in the thing
On
and
the
that
floor.
Will
Could it
forever
make it
be,
to the toilet?
I know. I don't know why they did it, but that'll forever be the poop shower. I can't go in
Can't
that
go
shower.
stand there, it
I
doesn't
can't
matter.
think of it as a normal shower.
Well, guys, I don't consider it to be the lube computer.
No,
I can consider it to be the other computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
Even if you call it the masturbating guy computer. Like, that's what it is.
more accurate,
It's more
yeah.
that than the lube.
Yeah.
The lube is not what I'm concerned
No,
about
but
here.
I think just as far as like the easiness of saying that, because nobody's going and be like, I'm not going to the masturbating guy computer.
I would.
I'm just saying I'm not going to the
Well,
lube
if you're going
computer.
with alliteration, then you're going with the other thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's true.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you're
not
right.
alliteration.
No?
Yeah, it's,
No.
Then what would it be?
Oh, Jenny.
Yeah.
Well, just say computer, but stutter.
Right, but put more emphasis on the first syllable.
Here. That's what you're calling
Yeah.
it. Come on.
Heavy on the first syllable.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Of course
It
it is. Yeah.
I'm
That's why
using
when
that
you
for
keep
sure.
That's why when you keep saying the lube computer,
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
No, it's not that.
I get it.
There you go.
Oh, that's so fun.
Nope. Nope.
No, it's not fun. None of this is fun.
And this is why you should visit your local library.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Would you try a new cheese, even if it were red
Yes, you
or
would.
brown?
Of course you would.
Well,
Yeah.
you know I would for sure,
Yeah.
but would you guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
I don't
In
really eat
fact,
a lot of dairy.
Okay,
God, there
enough
it is.
with
Yes,
that.
I know.
I'm surprised there aren't more like color variations in
Well,
cheese.
there's about to be, maybe. Scientists have created new forms of cheese after discovering how blue cheese gets its classic look, right? UK scientists were able to manipulate the chemical pathway that creates these blue veins in order to make yellow, reddish, and brown cheeses. Quote, we wanted to see if we could develop new strains with new flavors and appearances. Taste test volunteers claimed the reddish and brown cheeses were more tangy, while the lighter cheeses had a mild flavor. However, scientists suspect the color of the cheese could have influenced their delicious findings.
Okay.
Okay, this isn't
would
interesting
try it.
to anybody but
Just
Jenny.
new-
And even Jenny's not
Even
really
she's
that
not
I
really.
interested.
think it's neat. I would have a hard time suspending my brain.
You wouldn't even think
No,
about
honestly,
I
it.
don't think you think about
if
it
you
at
can
all.
eat
Yeah.
If I'm
blue
eating
cheese,
red
blue cheese
cheese-
looks gross. And if you can eat blue cheese,
I don't love blue cheese.
then-
I only like it in a sauce
but you can eat any color cheese if you can eat blue
or
cheese.
crusted on a steak.
Okay, we get it. We get it. Got it.
Sometimes on a salad.
But this wouldn't even be like a solid block of red cheese. It's just there
Yeah,
are
I-
veins.
Veins through it.
Yeah.
No, they're saying it's like blue cheese. Like it would
Yeah.
just be like the red
Yeah.
veins.
No, they figured they got the technology or whatever from how the blue veins, but I think this is a full piece
So
of red
all you
cheese.
saw with this story was the word cheese.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, if
Because
it's
there's
cheese,
nothing
I'm going
else
to
to
talk
it.
about
Yeah.
it. You know,
But you're not even interested in what you're saying.
I'm thinking about like nachos, for example. Can you
Okay.
imagine just having red cheese melted
Yes.
on your nachos?
Can totally imagine
Sure.
that.
I don't know. I'm still getting used to the whole colored tortilla chips thing. In my head, they taste different.
Okay.
Well, I think they do taste a little different.
Sure, I think.
Do they?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
I think
They
it's just
might.
dye. I thought, but maybe I
No,
am
think
right.
I think they're made with different things. Yeah.
Yeah, different corn tortilla type stuff.
Yeah.
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 No, green and red.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
There's nothing natural that creates a red tortilla.
I think there
Chip.
is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I thought there
I'll-
was some sun drying. You know how
Is
you
it
get the
sun-dried
wraps?
tomato that gets
Yeah,
in it?
Yeah.
They use organic beet juice.
Or beets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
beets,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it tastes like beets.
Yeah, it
then.
does.
Well,
It has
yes.
a bit of a beet
Okay.
taste.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a subtle hint of sweetness.
yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
You sure did.
You thought they all
nailed
tasted
it.
the same.
Yeah.
No, but would you do green cheese on nachos?
Yes.
No, I'm out.
And it
I
isn't,
did-
no, it's just the veins. It's literally
it
just
just the
turning
veins?
blue
Yeah.
cheese into like.
But you'd still see
Green,
red
red,
or
or
green
pink.
on your nachos.
They're not the same. Let's just say if you melted blue cheese on nachos, it'd be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
but we
going to
know
do
blue
tomorrow?
cheese.
Here's what I'm going to do on the show tomorrow. All right, just so you're aware of
Oh,
this.
God, what?
I'm gonna take time today out of my day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 10, 15 minutes out of my day today and write a fake story
Yep.
and just include the word cheese.
that's
and
good.
she'll
Yeah.
send it to her
Yeah.
and
a good
see
idea.
if she does it and how far into it
Oh, yeah.
she'll go.
Well, you know I will.
Because Jenny has claimed to be interested in the story. She doesn't understand what the story's about. Extrapolated
headline
based
was-
on the ideas. Oh no, it'll be the whole block of cheese. It's not.
Scientists created new flavors and colors of cheese. This is breaking news.
They
this
said-
is big.
they said
Brady
it was
had
just
to
the
fill you in
veins.
on everything.
He had to
Brady,
what?
Brady had to fill
Yeah.
you in on everything.
I got the gist here.
No, you
It's not
didn't.
that big.
No, because you said it was going to be the whole block of cheese would be that color.
I thought it was.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, the chemical pathway that creates blue. Yeah, there it is. I just didn't.
Nope, you read it.
What you have to do, Mahler, is write a story, but make it like devolve into something wild and ridiculous and nonsensical,
Right.
Yeah.
and just see exactly
But
at what
okay,
point.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with the listener now. I
Yeah.
will not do this for tomorrow's show.
No, of course.
What I'll do is I'll plant this 3
Yes.
months from now.
That's a good
Oh,
idea.
okay.
And then for sure she'll do the story.
This is the
Yeah.
same thing. Like that time, because we've all talked about Jenny. Jenny wants to have things that anybody else has. That's how Jenny decides she wants something.
Well, if they're fun.
And Jenny, you were off one day, and I said one day I'm going to go on. I'm going to talk about the fact that Lisa and I are going to get a pizza.
Yeah.
I'll bring it on. Nobody will say anything, and then within a month or so, Jenny will buy a pizza oven.
Yeah.
Hey, in my defense, it
That literally happened.
was on Shark Tank, and it looks like a really great pizza.
I brought it
oven.
up and said, yeah, Lisa
It
and I
was
think
on
you're going to get a
sale.
pizza oven. Her eyes sort of looked up. She didn't say anything, just moved on, and then she bought a pizza oven.
So funny.
It's a great pizza oven.
Yeah. Do you still use it? Do you use it a
Yeah,
lot?
yeah, not as much in the winter, obviously, because
Right.
if it's cold, it's annoying to have
But
it
now
outside.
you can have pizza with green cheese.
Oh, that's
on it.
good.
I won't do it. Well,
No, wait till I write the story about it.
maybe
Then
you
you're gonna do
there's
it.
all sorts of health benefits, and then I'm in.
Yeah, you hallucinate about the never-ending story. It'll all be related for sure.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Jason Schoaf supports Jason Schoaf.
You don't know Jason?
Yeah.
No, who's Jason?
The Schoaf.
Jason Schoaf.
He supports looser regulations when it comes to killing wildlife.
No, Schoaf dog, come on.
I know. Specifically, though, he wants to ensure that residents of the Sunshine State can shoot bears who are high on drugs.
Oh.
The cocaine bear.
Yeah, kind of. But this
Cocaine
crack bear. If passed, the House Bill 87 would remove certain penalties for killing bears in the state of Florida. Here's a quote. We're talking about the ones that are on crack.
How many animals are on crack,
And they
Jason?
break your door down, and they're standing in your living room growling and tearing your house apart.
Well, yes. I'm not for killing animals
Sure.
at all.
No.
Yeah.
But if a crack cocaine
Oh,
bear
yeah.
comes into my house, I'm
Yes.
gonna kill
If
it.
crack bear barges through my front door and I have a gun, I'm going to shoot crack
Yes,
bear.
yeah.
But otherwise,
No.
Also, how do you know it's on crack?
Well, this is my question. Like, is it holding a
It's got a mirror and a credit card.
It's got scabs everywhere.
How do you know that it's a crack bear?
Well, I imagine it's got crack all over its face, right?
Is that a thing?
Like cocaine bear had
Sure,
Cocaine
coke all over.
everywhere,
Yeah, but
right.
I feel like crack is. You need the pipe for crack, don't you? I'm not a crack expert.
Isn't cocaine and crack kind of like hand in hand, kind
No.
of the same
I think
thing?
When
there's
is-
cocaine and crack cocaine. I think
Yeah.
they're
You ever
like.
watched Intervention?
Well,
God, guys.
let me dial back.
Okay.
If a bear violently breaks into my house
Yeah.
and starts
Yes.
destroying everything and trying to kill my family,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill it whether it's on crack or not.
No, you need to find out if it's on crack, Mahler.
Quick little blood test.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Give me some urine.
Let me prick your finger. It's okay. It's okay, crack bear.
You're a product of your environment. This is not on
He
you.
didn't mean to. You see how he was raised? His mama, papa bear was terrible.
Well, who would be against this? Killing the bear that's trying to kill
I
you?
don't know. And why? But how
They
often
say
does
they
this happen
can't.
that you need a law?
There's so this is another quote. When you run into one of these crack bears, you should be able to shoot it, period. There are about 4,050 black bears residing in Florida. There's no documented incident of any of them taking crack.
So this guy might be on crack.
Yes.
on
If
crack.
anybody's on crack, it's the Schoaf dog. Dude.
Oh my God.
I don't
crack
like
bear.
that we even gave this guy airtime.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
that really bothers
Well,
me.
the fact that there's Bill 87 that's created.
You know what? I think we lean into this. I think we get Jason on the show. I kind of want to talk to this guy.
I don't
hate
want
it.
to talk to the crack guy.
I kinda do.
Hey, he's not the crack guy. He's just he wants bears to say no to drugs. That's all.
I don't know.
He's an upstanding member of
We've done this-
Florida.
He's not saying end bears doing drugs. He's saying kill the bears doing drugs.
Which will
if they're trying to kill you.
right, only.
Right. Only if they're trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if they're minding their own business or killing
Right.
another family.
Sure,
That's not on you.
No big deal.
Just trying to get the lighter working. I don't have
Yeah.
thumbs.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Testing out that morning hot tub chemistry. Now it's time for a headphone challenge on the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Guys, do you remember the old headphone challenge thing? This was a popular, 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. And I think we might have done it on the show ages ago, but we haven't done it since. And I saw them doing it at the NHL All-Star game a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I was like, hey, we should try that on the show again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's how this works. I have a whole bunch of sentences here written down for you guys. One of you is going to wear these headphones right here that are connected to my phone.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm going to play Avicii levels very, very loud in your
Okay.
ears so you can't hear what the other person's saying.
Okay.
And they're going to try to get you to know the sentence that they're reading out.
How?
So Rush is going to read out the sentence. You're going to be listening to music so you can't hear him.
Okay.
And you have to try to say what you think the sentence is.
Oh,
Do you
so I'm
understand?
trying to read his lips.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All
All
right.
right, so you're going to start, Jenny. So
Okay.
you're going to put that on. Okay, we're going to turn down your actual headphones
Okay.
because then you can put those on top. So then you really doubly can't hear anything, okay? And then
Oh,
Rush,
yeah.
I'm going to give you
Okay.
one of those. Okay.
Okay.
Just
here
tell
we
me
go.
when to hit play.
Yeah, okay. You can hit play anytime. Go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit play. Okay, can you hear me at all, Jenny? Can you hear me at all? Okay, well, she's not
She cannot.
reacting. So
Okay. I'd say no. Okay.
Okay, all right. Go. Okay, all right. Thumbs up. You can talk, Jenny.
Okay. She needs
Okay,
to, she
she's
needs to
dancing.
look
She's
at me.
dancing to Avicii. Okay, now look at Rush. Okay, here we go.
Succulents need to be watered less frequently.
That was so fast, I feel like.
Yeah, slow it down. Slow it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Succulents need to be watered less frequently.
Sundays give me Sundays give me water in the evening.
Okay.
That's kind of close. Keep
Not
trying.
bad. Okay.
Get her. You got her. One word at a time
Okay.
if you need
Is
to.
this a different one?
Same one. Same one.
Same one.
Same one. Yeah.
Okay. Succulents.
Saturdays.
Succulents.
Sander days.
That's not a word.
What is a Sander day?
Succulents.
Do it again.
Succulents.
Saturdays.
No.
Succulents.
Sanju race.
Okay. What is,
It's our word.
what is that?
You want to try another one?
So let's do another
Okay,
one.
we're going to go for
Did I
another
get
one. No.
Okay, now I'm good. Can I take it off?
No, you're good.
Oh,
you're
no.
good, you're
Keep
good.
going?
Yeah.
Rush loves strawberry jam on a warm summer evening.
Rush loves water and jam on a warm Sunday day.
Not bad.
Okay.
Try again. Not
Rush loves strawberry jam on a warm summer evening.
Rush loves strawberry jam on a warm summer evening.
bad. Whoa!
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh my God.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here's another one. You got this.
Okay, here
Well
we go.
done. Well done.
One? Got it.
Good job.
Okay.
Nope, but okay.
Jenny sells seashells and her feet are sore.
Jenny likes. Do it again. Sorry.
Jenny sells seashells and her feet are sore.
Jenny likes jingles at her regular store.
No?
No, not quite. Try again.
Jenny sells seashells and her feet are sore.
Oh, Jenny sells Jenny sells seashells at her seashell store.
I mean, that's not bad,
It's
but
not
no.
bad. It's not bad. Okay, switch.
Okay,
Switch.
Rush,
Oh.
I can take it off.
Yeah.
I have to do this now.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna restart Avicii levels for you. How was that for you, Jenny?
That's fun. I mean,
It's tough, right?
It's hard.
Okay, hang on.
Really hard.
Okay, there you go. You're gonna take that.
You really have to concentrate.
Do you want to know what your things were?
Yes, please. Yeah.
You nailed your second one.
Okay.
You did perfect on your second one. Your first one was succulents need to be watered less frequently.
Oh, not even close. What did I say?
Not
Something
that.
about a day. Okay, no.
And you started making up words we don't know what you got. And then the last one was Jenny sells seashells and her feet are sore.
Oh, okay. I was guessing at the last part of that one, obviously.
Yeah, you were. Okay, you ready?
Okay,
All
all
right.
right.
Rush, are you ready? He's not reacting, so I think he's ready. You're
Okay,
good?
he's ready.
Okay, all right, he's ready.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Okay. This is hard. I'm not gonna get through. Okay.
You got this.
Okay. Jenny's jumbo jar of mumps jolted joyfully.
Oh, boy.
Jenny's trombone. That's all I got.
Okay, I'll try and I'll enunciate with you. Jenny's jumbo jar of mumps jolted joyfully.
Jenny's jumbo shark something went somewhere.
Okay, I'll do it one more time.
One last try here, yeah.
Jenny's.
Jumbo.
Jar.
Shark.
Jar.
I wish we had a camera on you right
What are
now.
you doing?
Of.
Of
Mumps.
bumps?
Close. Jolted.
Sholdy.
Okay. Joyfully.
Joyfully.
Yeah.
All right, well,
You
sort
got
of.
one
Okay,
couple
last
of words.
one here, guys.
Nailed
Last
it.
one. You got this.
Okay. Brady's big brown bag.
Brady's bringing a powder bag.
Brady's big brown bag.
Brady's big brown bag.
Yeah. Bulged with bouncy basketballs.
Something with bouncy basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
Close.
Bulged.
Try to get
Bulging.
Close.
Brady's brown bag is bulging with bouncy basketball.
Okay, not bad. That was really good.
If I had my dinger, I would ding you.
Yeah,
I would ding
yeah.
you both so hard. Well done, guys. That's it.
Yeah.
Well done.
That was fun. That was neat.
It's fun, right?
Yeah. Are you sad that you didn't get to participate?
A little
bit? Yeah.
I'll
I
be back
figured.
next time.
Okay.
We'll go around the horn and I'll play. That's the headphone challenge here on the
That
morning
was
hot.
Get your basketballs checked.
Also,
was good.
Levels by Avicii, a banger.
Oh, it is. It's so good. I couldn't not move.
I know we
was-
noticed
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you really can't hear a thing.
Yeah, no, you can't. It's a headphone challenge on the morning hot tub.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Officials report that a British man flew from London to New York without a boarding pass or a passport. How
No.
can this happen?
How?
Right? Well, Craig Sturt allegedly used a tailgating strategy and simply followed other passengers through security
That's
checkpoints.
amazing.
Now, this happened on Christmas Eve, one of the busiest travel days of the year. Sturt was stopped at JFK when he could not present any ID. He was then sent back to the UK and charged with aviation security offenses. An investigation is
So
ongoing.
why did he do it though? 'Cause I would be scared to death. I'd be thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
especially with planes, right?
Yeah.
I do. My fascination lately has been watching YouTube videos of people getting into like the Super Bowl or getting into like a Maple Leafs game or whatever else. They film themselves doing it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how they do it.
Again,
How do
we,
they do it? I
we
don't
worked with
get
a
it.
guy who was a promotions director, and he had a belief that you could get anywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere in the world, just wear a white tuxedo and carry a six-pack of Heineken, and you can get in anywhere.
I mean,
Right.
you're probably
and
not
I,
wrong.
I think he's right.
You just
Yeah.
got to blend, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you blend or you carry
Act
a
like
ladder.
you're supposed to be there, and
Carry
if you're
a
dressed
ladder.
nicely, carry
Right.
a ladder or carry a six-pack of
Sure.
Heineken, you can get anywhere.
He
you
also
need a badge
said
of some sort.
a tray of cold cuts.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Cold cut.
Go, it's true.
Yeah, no,
No
you're
one's
right.
going to stop that guy.
Of
If you had
course.
created
Nobody
your-
wants to be the person
No.
who keeps somebody from doing what they're
Yeah.
supposed to be doing.
Yes, yeah. But if you created your own lanyard or like a little clip-on
Yeah, so that's the
pass
thing that
of
people
some
do
sort,
too, Jenny, is they'll
Yeah.
look on social media and they'll see what the lanyard looks like. They'll put it into Photoshop, recreate it, and then they'll punch it out at home and then race to the arena and then get like VIP passes. And people
They-
get into the locker room after like Stanley Cups are won and
They
stuff. with
used
fake
to though
credentials.
change the color codes city to city.
Yeah.
like I knew that with the concerts anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if you knew in Montreal they had a purple backstage pass, next night it would be green,
different
for
color.
example.
Exactly.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. That is, I just don't know. First of all, who's got the time?
I'm not even afraid to go in and then get kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid of getting arrested.
That's it. You
Oh.
don't want that.
Well, it's just humiliating getting caught doing that,
Yes.
though. So humiliating.
I think the arena's not so bad. The plane is bad. Like you don't want to
Yes.
mess with.
And I mean,
with
the thing
that.
is, when you're switching countries, I mean, you could find yourself banned from a country for 10 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. And it's-
exactly.
Also, when he got on the plane, how did he even know there was going to be a seat
That's a
available?
great question.
Yeah.
That's he probably because he wouldn't have been able to go on last because he'd be
Right.
And then
caught.
somebody would say, "Let me see your boarding pass."
Right.
You know.
Or I guess you check online first to make sure that there's like a lot of seats available.
I
and then
guess
you,
so, yeah.
Then you pick that flight.
I remember when I was younger, I used to think it was so strange that you'd see armored cars out there, and okay, they're carrying money to and from
Right.
banks and stuff like this, and then armored trucks and stuff that had uniforms in them. I thought that's so strange, but then you realize how important uniforms are.
Right.
Whereas if somebody could just go and buy like a police officer's uniform,
Yes.
you can get anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So there's a reason that these things are so locked down.
Yes, it's
true.
But
And that's why they have to make Halloween costumes so bad.
They do.
Because
Yeah.
then people would be
Right.
doing a lot of bad stuff with real-looking costumes.
Yeah.
One time I was at Canadian Tire and I was wearing like khakis and a red shirt by accident. And I swear to God, 2 different people asked me like where something was. And I realized if they think I'm an employee, I bet employees think I'm an employee.
Yes.
I could do anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I can do anything at all.
Go into
you
the
could just-
lunchroom.
Yeah. You could just go to Best Buy in a blue shirt
Did
and
you help
khakis.
them? You should.
Well, yeah, I pointed them. Yeah, sure. I mean, I know my way around a Canadian Tire. Come on.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Now it's time
Everyone from Florida is stupid.
for This Week in Florida.
Everyone from Florida is dumb. I might not be the brightest guy, but next to them my IQ's high. If they had guitars, here's how they'd strum.
On the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. All right, welcome to it, guys. This Week in Florida. Florida, of course, always quite unhinged.
Yes,
Right? A lot
yeah.
of weird news stories coming out of Florida.
That's right.
I think
And they
they're-
have no rules against it, so we hear about all
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Their laws, any arrest or whatever, it's all public.
Yes.
And that's why you get these like ridiculous stories.
And the details are insane.
They
They're
really are.
insane.
But awesome.
They're insane. and so we do a little segment here called This Week in Florida. Look, I have some headlines here for you guys.
Okay.
I have not dug deep, so maybe we could do a little bit of reckless speculation
Sure, we can
while
do
we're
that,
at
yeah.
it. Okay,
All
so
right.
just the headlines here. Florida woman tries to kill husband over postcard from ex-girlfriend from 6 decades ago.
Okay, well, that's...
No. Wow.
That's a lot. So
How
I
is
guess she
nothing-
found it in a drawer or something.
How perfect is this guy that he's never ticked her off enough? If she's
Right?
capable
Yeah.
of that,
Good-
you know,
good call.
this is what did it.
But also, like, how does he still have this postcard from 60 years
Maybe it
ago?
had a nice picture on it. It was
Maybe.
the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
Right?
but I can't keep anything for any
Yeah.
length of time.
Oh,
but think of how many spring cleanings that's
Yeah.
gone through.
Yeah.
You look at it and you're like, oh, no, I'm going to hang on to this.
Exactly. I feel like I'd be so curious. I'd be like, tell me about her. Was she the one that got away? Like, was she the love of your life?
I
wouldn't
feel like
be
there's
angry.
other things going on in this relationship.
What?
That
Yeah.
it may not
Nope,
just
this
be
was
the
it.
postcard.
No, this is the first thing. This is definitely the first thing. And you wouldn't say if she the love of your life. You're the love of his
Well,
life.
now,
Yes.
but at the time, that's all he knew, right? You can't hold that against someone.
No,
you
I
can't
mean,
help it.
There's also a difference too. Is it buried in a drawer, or is it posted up on the mantle?
Well, yeah. Right.
This is different
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, which you got to assume was buried in a drawer.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, 6 decades ago, he would have been dead.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah, right. Here's another Florida man, Amazon driver, steals $4,000 French bulldog while making a delivery.
Whoa.
I've never understood the dog stealing thing.
Oh, apparently, remember Lady Gaga's dogs? I think she
Yeah.
had French bulldogs, and they were worth like 20
too.
grand or something.
Did that ever get messy?
Oh, yeah. Somebody got shot or something.
Well, yeah,
a
and then
security guard?
the woman who went and accepted the reward for finding the dog was actually the one
Oh,
who stole
yeah.
it. and
Right.
then
Oh,
she
it's just a
sued,
whole
and it was
thing.
a whole mess.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Florida man accidentally films himself stealing security camera.
Oh, no.
Well,
Oh,
that
no.
serves you right.
I mean, that's
really?
great.
Of anything
Yes.
that you never expect to get stolen, your security camera.
I just love that the face just gets closer and
Yeah,
closer to
Yes.
exactly.
it, reaching up and trying to unscrew it.
And then you know that moment where people realize that they're on camera and
Yeah.
they sort of
Yeah.
like freeze? Do you think that guy had
I'm
this
sure.
realization where he went, wait a second.
Uh-oh.
It just like clicked in for him? Hang on. I shouldn't be doing this.
I wonder if
Just
he,
runs away.
some people like are that bright. So
Right.
maybe he thought, no, but it's okay because I'm taking, the
taking it,
camera.
Right.
yes.
So I'll have all the footage.
Right.
Right. Now, that's not
That's
how that
not how it
works.
works.
No, this isn't 1982, man. Florida man. Oh, I love this one. Florida man in unicorn floaty hooks 10-foot shark, towed 4 miles offshore.
Man.
Oh, so he's on like a unicorn floaty.
Okay.
Right? Like one of those like giant
my
unicorns
God.
fishing.
Yeah.
Right? And he hooks a shark, a 10-foot shark, and then the shark
Shark
starts
takes
swimming
And off he goes.
4 miles
Yeah.
offshore.
Why are you letting go?
Let go! I guess it starts and you're like, oh, like I can catch a shark. This is
Yeah. Right.
incredible. What a story. I'm on a unicorn floaty.
Yeah.
And then you hold on, and then you probably hold on to a point where it's like of no return. You know what I mean? Where
Yes.
you're so far, you might as well just continue to hold on.
Exactly.
I guess.
But I
you
can't
think the
believe how
shark
did
isn't going to turn around?
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's
I'll
it.
drop you off. Like, he's not doing that.
Exactly.
But
well,
also,
this was
how
fun.
did the unicorn floaty not flip over?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they're big. They're
yeah,
huge,
I guess
some of
they
these
are big,
floaties.
but still, like
Yeah.
maybe the shark wasn't going super fast.
I
He
guess
was just on a
4
stroll.
miles. I mean, he went fast enough.
that's incredible. And then I assume at a certain point, I don't think he won, right? Like he's not, he doesn't have a shark now,
Yeah,
right?
no.
So at a certain point, he let go.
Let go. Yes.
And then,
But then he was 4 miles off the Sure.
Yeah, that's one hell of a story. Whoever's picking you up, whoever's
Right?
The Coast Guard or
Nobody
someone
would
coming
believe
by. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why is this guy out
But
in the middle
that's
of the
the other thing.
ocean?
If you're 4 miles out there, like, do you have cell service?
Exactly.
I mean, I guess he must have had something if they went and got him.
Or someone
Or just people knew that he was gone.
Maybe.
Fishing on a unicorn floaty, and they were a little
No one's
concerned.
going to think, oh, he was dragged out by a shark 4 miles off the shore. No one's thinking that.
That is
That's
crazy.
hilarious,
But
actually.
while that's happening, he's just thinking, this is the best
This is
story
unbelievable.
ever.
Exactly.
If I don't die.
Yeah. I don't know. That,
And finally, Florida woman gives birth in lift ride under busy interstate. Quote, it's a healthy baby girl. So in her lift, in like her Uber,
Yeah.
she gave birth.
That
now
is
my
crazy.
question, does she have to pay that cleaning fee?
Yeah, I bet you she does. Yep.
Right?
Probably.
It's on you. Yeah.
$250
Or
or whatever
that's
it is.
like the Uber driver's like claim to whatever, and he just says, we'll let this one go.
Well,
Don't.
you know what? Maybe it would be good. You take a picture with like the girl and the healthy baby, and you put it
Yes.
up in the cab,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the car, and then that's your
That's the
conversation.
ultimate
There's a baby
service.
born
Yeah.
here this morning. That's a,
Well,
no.
you can still smell the placenta.
Yeah. No.
It's fresh.
I don't know.
It's actually in the trunk right now. If you want to have a look, no, that's wild. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's awesome
it's-
though,
you're
and
definitely
everybody's
paying the
healthy.
fee.
That's all that
Yeah.
matters. That's great.
Absolutely. And then I
Love
wonder
that.
if this Lyft driver like actually helped.
I'm sure until maybe paramedics got there or something.
Like I
but
get the idea of don't worry, I'll pay the fee. You don't have to pay, but you got to clean up the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
It'd also be terrible. He's like, not my job, and just sat in the front.
Good luck with that.
1 star. It's really gonna hurt your rating.
Yeah.
There you go. This week in Florida on the Morning Hot Tub.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
All right, that time of the week where we get to spin the wheel of fun. Who's going to spin?
Ooh, okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Go, go, go.
It's a good spin.
Thank you. Been practicing. Hey,
Ooh.
fun.
Ooh.
Do.
dear.
My bad. I mean, now it's time to play. How do you do? That's better. On the Morning Hot Tub with do, and do.
Now, we played a few weeks ago, and Jenny could barely get through, I think, one.
It was one.
Yeah.
It was one. And you know which one it was? Jenny, do you remember?
Nope.
Okay, it was
It's Adele.
It was Adele.
Oh,
Hello.
Adele.
And all Jenny kept doing was do.
And we had people guessing it. You guys were
There was
terrible.
a couple there, but it was like there's so much to the song, you know.
Yeah, I forgot about all that.
Yeah,
I couldn't get past it.
And so obviously a lot of our listeners said there must have been a bucket full of other ones.
Right.
Can you guys please play again so we can get a little further?
That's a good idea.
This
Yeah.
Exactly.
time.
So these are the exact same ones. Obviously, Adele is no longer in it, but it's the exact same ones from
should've
like
put
mid-January.
Adele back
Oh my
in.
god, we'd be here all day. All right, I'm coming in, Jenny.
All right.
So Jenny
So
will
Jenny
try
is
and
doing again.
doing
Okay.
for Rush and I.
Doing.
Rush and I have to
Thank you.
yell
Oh,
out
God.
what we think it is.
Okay.
Try anyway.
I'm just picking off the top here, guys.
Okay, wait
Yeah.
for Brady to
Okay.
get back
Alright.
to his position.
All right, you got this,
Okay,
Jenny.
I got
Only
it this
dues.
time.
Only dues.
Only dues. Okay, here we go. How long do I have? As long as I need, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
remember
God.
the last segment? How long you took?
You took the entire segment last time.
That became the
Okay.
segment. All right.
Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. Hang on. Oh, do.
What? I know the answers and I don't know what this is.
do.
We should be dancing?
Do. Oh, hang on. I can't.
She says, "Hang on," after every do. What
She does.
Why did I pick this one? Can I start over?
No.
This one, you're never gonna get it.
Yeah, sure you.
You
Come
got
on.
this.
You just need to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Rush, we're never going to get this.
Well, it sounded like we should be dancing. That's a Bee Gees song.
No.
I don't
No.
think Brady would have put that in there
No.
for her.
Okay, but that's
No.
what you were singing.
Do. Do.
I legitimately don't know what it is. And I have the answers.
Okay.
Do.
Okay, I know what it is, but that is not good, Jenny.
How would you do it?
No,
you
you
very
gotta keep
much.
going. No.
I don't know. Is there another part I can do?
Yeah, for sure. From the beginning of the song.
How does that go?
And you know with this game we can't move on.
I know. We're stuck here.
No, I hate this
You got
game.
this. You got this.
No, how
Okay.
does it start? I'm getting it mixed up with another song.
Is that what's going on here?
I think I'm combining two songs. Hang on.
I think there's a good chance of that.
You can't look it up.
You can't Google.
No, I'm just trying to see if anybody else is getting it.
No one's getting it.
Okay. Do 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 do.
Now we're really getting low with it.
That's not different.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Okay, go.
but-
I'm listening. My
Okay.
eyes are closed.
All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
That was okay. That last part is good.
It's not a new song, it's older.
You're not supposed to give
I
hints.
know,
there's
but
no
I really
hints.
don't want to keep doing this.
I can't.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
do we
Nothing's
just-
coming
No,
to me.
keep
Move
going.
on. Please, can we make an exception?
Try it again.
No, I'm just going to do the same thing.
But maybe it'll come to us.
You don't want a different part of the song?
I don't know.
the first part.
How does it
The
start?
verse.
I don't know.
Do
Wait,
you- how well do you know this song?
I know the one part.
Like, do you know this song? Like, could you sing along to it?
If I heard
if it came on the radio,
Yes.
yes,
Totally.
you could.
Yes.
Not just that one
Maybe
part
if
you
we
could
just-
sing.
No.
Okay.
Maybe if we just guess the artist, we'll give it to us. So
You'll
we'll
never
just
guess
start
the
yelling artists.
Yeah, there's no chance. Also, everybody seems to think it's Thriller. No, not at all.
And I
Not
thought it
even-
was Thriller for a while
No.
too,
not even
but no.
close. No.
How? What is Thriller?
At the beginning, it sounded like Thriller. It did.
How does Thriller start?
No.
Okay.
I can't get
We
past
literally
it.
have 1 minute left.
You got
Okay,
this. Come
go.
on, Jenny.
All
Come
right,
on.
Here we go.
Okay. Hang on. Do do do. I can't do it. I don't know any other part.
Okay.
I'm trying so hard. It was a huge song.
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
Someone said legit sounds like La Cucaracha. No, it's not Flowers. It's not Like a Virgin. You're not getting rickrolled. It's
Can
not
I
Bruno
just say-
Mars.
I have to say, at least our listeners are guessing.
Yeah.
Rush, you and I
Yeah.
are
You
like
got
dumbfounded.
nothing.
Do 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 do. That's the song you're singing.
Do 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 do.
Oh, God.
We're
You ready?
singing
You
along
ready,
guys?
and we
Yeah.
don't know it.
Here it is.
Does that make me crazy?
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah, do do do
No.
do 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 do. No, I didn't hold it long enough.
No. You were singing a different song.
How does the beginning
it was-
start?
Do 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 do. I remember when I lost my mind.
Oh, I
Right?
could've done
I don't think that
right.
would have helped.
No.
No, probably not. But
No.
all right. Well, give me those back, Jenny, and we'll play again in a few weeks.
This is the worst game. Oh, God.
We got to get through. There's 7 in there. There's 6 left. So
God.
we'll
I
play
gotta
6
get
more
one
times.
easy one. Just give me one easy one.
I think
I thought Adele Hello was easy.
Yeah, I thought Crazy is pretty easy. You want to do one more really quick?
No, we
Quick,
don't.
quick.
okay, I mean,
Oh,
sure if you
God.
want.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to get it. I'm going to nail it. I got this.
All right.
Oh, I got this. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
I still don't know what it is.
She's presenting with such conviction.
I've got it. I've got it.
Yeah.
Why when I do this, I get fixated on one part of the song, can't hear the rest of it. Okay, hang on. Do 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 do. Do do.
What is that?
Maybe just throw it back in. We'll play again next time.
No, I can't think of the beginning. Oh, can I just tell them?
No.
Okay.
What was it?
Umbrella, Rihanna. Do 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 do.
That's not what you did,
No,
though.
that's not what you did.
Not
Not
that.
that.
Not that at all.
Oh no.
I know someone's right. Use notes. Your dues are all the exact same.
I thought they had to be the
No,
exact
you
same
can
dudes.
sing the song.
They just have to be
How?
dues.
Well, you haven't been.
Do do do.
Yeah, there
So
you
I
go.
can like sing. I don't have to do though.
But that's what you did.
I thought I had to.
But
okay,
you
turn
were
this off. Let
singing.
me try and do it without
No,
this.
do the Gnarls Barkley one again. That's what you were doing.
Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do. I can do that?
Yes.
More so,
Okay.
yeah.
But that's what
Do,
you
do,
did.
do, 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 do.
See? And it's still not any better.
Okay, if I did the beginning. Do, 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 do.
Oh my God.
We need to move on to somebody else next time.
Man.
Oh,
Well,
God.
there you go.
I'm exhausting.
There's another game on the wheel of fun.
That's great.
If you like what you just heard, tell someone. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found. And if you didn't like what you heard, that's cool. Cool. All right, yeah.